This is Lorena Lepe. The date is May 2nd, 2017. The time is 12:10. I'm interviewing Michel Ortiz, and this is for the Diversity Oral History Project. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
So tell me some of your experiences growing up. What were some of your favorite memories?
I grew up in the East Bay and a little bit of the South Bay, so I've been all across the East Bay, so I'm pretty familiar with it. I'd say probably my most memorable experience were not here because I've traveled outside of the state to like major cities, and even though the Bay Area is really cool, I think it's probably one of the most beautiful places in the U.S. It's exciting to see something new.
Did anyone else in your family go to college, and what were their experiences?
So, almost everybody in my family we're all like first generation, all my cousins. So, all of my aunts and uncles, they've like immigrated from Mexico. And the first people in like my family, which I consider my first cousins to be like my immediate family, were two of the older women in our family, and they went to four-year universities. So they're the first ones. None of our parents went to. I don't think any of my parents haven't had anything more than high school education. And as of now, all of our cousins are. All the women for sure are in college now.
So did the older generation impact your decision to go to college at all?
Yeah, it was mostly the fact. I guess it was just part of it had to be done, sort of thing. Like, there's just no way that you're gonna continue their lifestyle.
So tell me a little bit about your decision to go to college, and when did you decide to go?
I decided to go to college as soon as I hit high school. I kind of already knew what I wanted to do. And what was the question?
Tell me a little about your decision to go to college.
Yeah, I decided because it felt like this whole thing, it was a linear process of life, which I've come to understand that it's really not, this whole career thing, because there's so many people that have gone to college, dropped out, worked, then can't come back to college, or worked first, then went to college. So it's not this whole linear process of where like, oh, you go to college and then you find a job. No, it's like you're in and out of school trying to find the job because you went to college and realize your degree is not really going to do you much unless you go back and do something else with it. So I decided that's why I really went, because that's the whole thing they told us in high school, that you have to go so you can get a job.
Yeah. So why did you choose East Bay?
I chose East Bay because it was local, because I am from Hayward. So I wanted to be near my house. We weren't going to afford any out-of-state tuition. And honestly, because I'm the only woman from my siblings, I knew my parents wouldn't want me to leave somewhere far. They always told me I couldn't go anywhere else, but I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to go wherever I want. But as I narrowed it down to the schools that got me accepted, East Bay offered me the most financial aid. So I was just like, okay.
At any point in time, did you consider going anywhere else?
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely wanted to go to Santa Cruz. But I don't know. I think everything turned out better. I mean, if I could do it all over again and like do high school all over again and actually try a lot harder, I probably would have gone to Arizona State.
So East Bay is the most diverse campus in the continental U.S. Did you know this?
No, I still can't believe it.
So just tell me, what does diversity mean to you in an academic setting?
In an academic setting, diversity means being able to practice your own beliefs and your own ideas without feeling a sense of judgment or persecution, while at the same time, you're able to do the same for somebody else. Even if you don't like it, you learn to tolerate it as long as it's not hurting anybody else or marginalizing any other groups.
So tell me about your experiences here at East Bay in terms of diversity.
because I've been so adapted to diversity, it's not anything new. So I feel like diversity is all I know. But I was really surprised when I found out about the international students. But even then, all I see in international students are Eastern Europeans. No, not Eastern Europeans. Asian students and like German students. So I don't feel like there's much diversity in international students.
So going off of that, how do you think East Bay's location contributes to its diversity?
Well, Hayward is the heart of the Bay, geographically, not just metaphorically. So it's in a spot that's in the middle of everything. Because you think about it in the sense of the socioeconomic ways, there's a lot of, the demographics, sorry. There's a lot of Asians in Daly City. There's a lot of Latinos in Oakland and Hayward. There's a lot of Middle Eastern and Indian people in Fremont. So it makes sense that, like, Hayward is kind of the middle ground where it just everybody's going to come and, like, set themselves at.
Do you have any favorite memories at East Bay?
Favorite memories? I think probably last year, because I started getting more involved with meeting people here. Since I've lived here all my life, I didn't feel like I needed to reach out to anybody new because I've had everything here and all the people I knew. But then once everybody started doing their own thing, I just figured that, like, I'd start getting more involved in, like, classes and actually start talking to people. And once I started, like, meeting more people at the Raw, I actually met this whole new, like, social life here where it kind of feels like high school, because everybody knows each other.
Have you ever had any bad experiences on campus that you would like to discuss?
No, I've never had anything on campus. And if I ever felt like anything, like, not very positive, it's been by association with students, but it's never been on campus.
Have you ever considered transferring to another school or dropping out of college?
Not transferring, because I think I'm too old now. And I feel like I've already put in too much work into my classes here that I don't see myself dropping out. If anything, just probably taking longer to graduate, but not dropping out.
So do you identify with Latino, Chicano, Hispanic, Mexican?
Definitely more so Latina and Mexican. Just because I don't like to throw in the whole Spaniard thing for Hispanics.
So have you ever been questioned by people due to your identity?
All the time. I just get people who ask me what my ethnicity is because I don't look Latino, but, like, there's so many variations of what Latinos look like, but never in a sense to get put down.
Are you planning to continue your education after East Bay? If so, what are you hoping to do?
After getting my degree, it's most likely the credential program, and that's most likely going to be here. I've always wanted to get a pilot license. So there's that, just to fly, like, a small airplane.
So do you live on campus? And if so, what are some of your experiences?
No, I don't live on campus. I still live with my parents. But I've hung out with people that do live on campus. And they tell me that it's really expensive. Like, really expensive. A lot more expensive than, like, living off campus. And they have a really hard time getting a place in the dorms. And I always think it's pretty shady because they still have to buy a parking permit on top of that. So that's just even more money, I feel like. And yeah. But it's really nice up here. I mean, it's really close to, like, the gym. And it's a nice view.
So do you think that we have a huge sense of diversity on this campus?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do. I also think that, like, not just in ethnicities, but in religions. I always get approached by Christians though, by Christian like groups who want me to like join their Bible study and whatnot. And then I also see like here and there I see flyers for events on like talks on women in society or something like that, or when they have guest speakers that come and talk about their testimonies and their fields of what they've done. And in respects to like what not just the Diversity Center does, but ASI, they do offer a lot of like other pretty cool things with like al fresco, because they invite like not just jobs but other programs where people can associate themselves with, which is pretty cool. And they always offer music and food, which is amazing, especially with Spring Mayhem. Like 2 days ago we got like $10 vouchers for students, and there were food trucks, and I was just like, yes. And they got a lot better with their like picking of music. So I feel like the student organizations have been doing better and like figuring out and actually reflecting what students want, at least in our campus.
And some of these events that you've gone to, they seem very inclusive, and there's like a diverse group of people there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I've seen on these things that I've never seen every day that I've been on campus. And it's really cool because I wouldn't think that something like that could bring everybody together. And everybody's really nice about it. Nobody's ever like disrespectful. I mean, just about personal space here and there, but who isn't in a big environment like that?
Okay. Well, thank you, Michel Ortiz, for this interview. Do you have any final words or thoughts you want to say on East Bay and its diversity?
No, I'm okay. I'm fine.